It's canceled, but maybe not forever.
Tonight, President Trump and Kim Jong-un are both suggesting they'd still be willing to meet to discuss North Korea's nukes if the conditions are right.
KCAL9 political reporter Dave Bryan is here tonight. Quite a roller coaster for the new president, the young dictator.
It really was. I don't think anyone can say they're surprised by these developments, but, you know, certainly it has been a wild ride. First, no one thought the North Korean summit meeting would ever really happen. Then for a while, it looked like it might actually happen. Then things started falling apart, and today it died a premature death, although, as they said, President Trump left open the possibility that it could still take place in the future if things work out.
3, 2, 1.
Even as North Korea released new video of exploding tunnels and buildings at a North Korean nuclear test site as part of its pre-summit pledge to destroy the site, the June 12th summit between President Trump and North Korean leader Kim Jong-un blew up as well.
I believe that this is a tremendous setback for North Korea and indeed a setback for the world.
After canceling the summit, President Trump revived tough military rhetoric he believes led North Korea to consider giving up its nuclear weapons.
Our military, which is by far the most powerful anywhere in the world, that has been greatly enhanced recently, as you all know, is ready if necessary.
But Mr. Trump did not rule out future talks.
It's possible that the existing summit could take place or a summit at some later date. Nobody should be anxious. We have to get it right.
The president wrote in a letter to dictator Kim Jong-un that the North's, quote, tremendous anger and open hostility scuttled the summit. A reference to a statement from North Korea last night calling Vice President Pence a political dummy and warning of nuclear conflict. The president added, "You talk about your nuclear capabilities, but ours are so massive and powerful that I pray to God they will never be used." Mr. Trump did end by writing, "If Kim changes course, please do not hesitate to call me or write." A letter, a former National Security Council official says, is extraordinary for an American president to send in a couple of ways.
It's unusual that the president would use threats of nuclear weapons in a communication with a foreign counterpart. It's unusual that the president would use I and you and such personalization.
But according to his biographers, not unusual for Donald Trump. They say the build-up to a summit, the tease, and then the walk back is classic Trump, a tactic he used to build his real estate empire.
The president's art of the deal strategy has always been to first ask for the world and intend to settle for half of it, and also be able to stake any position out in the course of negotiations. So the notion of walking away is something that he's always advocated.
But as for the president's bragging about U.S. nuclear power,
the taunting in the president's letter is one of those mine is bigger than yours moments.
Well, I think it raises the likelihood that Kim Jong-un will react by resuming the verbal taunts that were so evident last fall. And depending upon where things go from there, there is a higher risk that we could see a return of testing, either missile testing or perhaps nuclear testing.
Now, while President Trump did leave the door open for the summit to be rescheduled at some point, North Korea responded that they remain ready to meet at any time. But the Washington Post quotes senior White House aides who said the reality is a rescheduled meeting is extremely unlikely anytime soon after a series of broken promises from Pyongyang and critics say unrealistic expectations from Mr. Trump damaged the deal between the countries. Peter, Lena, back to you.